When I first met you, didn't know a damn thing. Just set out to try to find my way. Didn't have no money, just a set of wheels and a whole lot of time to kill. I'll be rolling on the southern wind, cold and weathered, the grip of the storm. Please leave your light on in case I get back home before the dawn. Oh, my Delilah, don't you miss me when I go? Soon I'll be riding, trying to find my way back home. South, south.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, hanging out in Nashville with my good friend and amazing artist Marcus King and his pal Duck. We're going to talk about, obviously, you got the new album, Mood Swings. You guys should all check it out in the link below. We're going to specifically talk about the newest single, Delilah, and even as guitar players, maybe talk about what's going on.
The chorus, like, what I do is...
Nice. Couple brown-eyed girls in there.
Yeah, man. You got like 2 or 3 brown-eyed girls, and then you're in chorus line.
The main verse, right? C,
Yeah.
D minor, and then F, G. So let's see. See my life come shining from the west down to the east. So we got a little. So I would say, oh, okay, that reminds me of the Any Day Now, I Shall Be Released.
Well, that's a great song. I mean, the band version's great, Dylan, obviously, but the Nina Simone version is so damn good.
How can that not be? So I picked up on that. So we got a little bit of that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you do this, classic. First one that comes to my mind.
Man, I think we might be the first to do it.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, no.
No, that is, I'm thinking George Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yeah, well, you got the 4, and then...
so I call that, this is what if this is the Hendrix chord, I call this the Stevie Wonder chord. He uses it a lot.
I mean, it's the holiest of chords.
Yeah, right. There's only so many chords, like...
Jesus.
Chord. He's the one.
Praise be.
So I'll explain that chord, though. That's an F chord, which resolved to C, but with G in the bass of that F chord. So you could call it... Now, if you're Marcus King, you don't have to call it anything. You just play it and speak through your music. But as me teaching it, it's an F chord with a G in the bass. And it's so great as that 5 chord to the 1. So let's see if I can... And in music, or what I've noticed is they may say, okay, I've got 1 chord, 2 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, back to the 1. But the 5 chord substitution of playing that just immediately is hipper, but it's serving as a, which is still good, but instead you get.
And oftentimes I'll use that passing tone of lifting my index finger and giving that B passing tone.
Ooh, nice.
Just opens it up a little more and really gets you back to the oneness.
There's other songs on the album where you're definitely adding some extra colors in those chords. Do you like know what those are, or you just in your ear you do, but you wouldn't say? Do you ever tell someone, "Oh, it's a F over G"? Would you even call it that?
Yeah, I mean, I would call it a G sus or an F over G. Yeah, it's good to know the lingo. You don't have to be consumed by it, and you can just allow yourself to, improvise and
So tell me about Delilah, the song itself. How did that process of writing that song happen for the album?
Yeah.
And please check out the link and listen to the whole album.
Yeah, please do. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
This one, so I came to Nashville like the fall of 2018. Started writing with Auerbach, and we were doing a lot of co-writes together. That's kind of where I learned how to co-write. And all the time I've spent here, I spent it like writing with people and kind of doing the same thing with writing that I did with the guitar. Like I'd already been playing guitar when I really started studying it, and I'd already been writing when I started studying the craft. And you start to get good at just writing and just like the grammatics and just like the mechanics behind writing a song. And you start to figure out the form and the structure and start getting it right. And then you can start to branch out. And one of the first co-writes I did in town after moving here, this publisher reached out and sent a writer, and it happened to be this guy who still lives in Nashville, Gabe Lee. He's a great singer-songwriter. It didn't feel like we were gonna really get much done in that day. And everybody has days like that, It's not unique to me or to Gabe.
Like the spigot is turned off.
Yeah, it's just like not a very inspiring morning for you or something. Or maybe you got a flat tire on the way and you're a few minutes late, and I don't know, it's like, it just didn't feel like much was gonna happen, and I was, man, like we could try to do something, or we can just go get some lunch, It doesn't feel like it's happening. And he got up and he sat at the piano, and he started playing that progression. And, I've said it before, it just felt like that song was just kind of hovering around in the room and waiting for us to give it a vessel to flow through. And that's what we did. I came home that day, and this is however many years ago, I came home that day excited about it. And it never really made its way onto a record. The timing was just how it was supposed to be. This is my first time playing piano on a record, and I had to do that next to Corey Henry playing Hammond on this track.
That's inspiring.
I mean...
Or were you saying intimidating?
Yeah, scary as hell.
Yeah. Perspiring, maybe.
Definitely that. And it was a really moving session.
And how about the lyrics? How'd that come about?
It's tough to explain, man.
You just started singing it?
I mean, it's an emotion that me and Gabe both felt, and we felt it in the room, and there's no contrivity about that. The lyrics in that song, it's just like, Delilah was a great name to just sum up all of our love interests and all of those like first loves and the loves we lost. It's a coming of age story. Like, I first met you, I didn't know anything. I mean, not that I know much now, but like you love, and when you lose really heavy, like it's just wild to me that those words were written before that big loss, and like returning to them and allowing them to be like a self-reflective moment to words that I had written. It was really like, I don't know, it's kind of like when you're a kid and your parents buy you a pair of shoes for you to grow into. That's kind of how this song felt. Felt like I grew into it, and I wrote the song and then learned the lesson.
Right, or you didn't realize you were singing about something that hadn't happened yet, or that you have a new reflection on that. That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. I dig it, man. Off topic, working with Rick Rubin, did he ever have Anthony Kiedis come by and like give you some vocal lessons or anything?
Yeah.
I didn't hear one song about California though on the new album, so.
I mean, they were there tracking, and I was working in the chapel, and I wrote for like a year. It's classic Rick, man. Like I wrote for like a year, didn't use any of it. He just wanted me to shed those bad habits. because I learned how to write a song. I learned how to write something that I thought could be commercially successful, and we just had to completely unlearn that. If you read his book, you know, one of the main points he harps on is like, you know, audience comes last, which to me was sacrilege.
Right. But that's how you tap into the truth, right? Yeah. Instead of worrying about, oh, like, this isn't catchy enough, or like, oh, I need a more hooky something or other. Instead, that's like, no, that defeats the purpose of being an artist.
I didn't resonate with that right away, and I know what he means now. It's like, you know, you got to put your own oxygen mask on before you help others.
Ah, yes. You don't do a solo on that song, or do you?
I do, yeah. There's a big solo.
What's that part over?
It's over the watch time.
Is that the whole progression, or does it do another little turnaround?
It just does the thing. And then, so after the first chorus, there's a big drum fill. One of my favorite drum fills I've ever heard. It's Chris Dave on drums, so he did something inventive and just like classic right away.
It.
Just like, sa, because he could have done any number of things right there. But like, I saw him like compute the amount of time he had to fill. He's like, I mean, he's insane. I love it. So that fill happens, and then I launch into the, you know. So it's like the solo goes like 1, 2, 3. That's the first part is over the, and this is a good example too, because a lot of my solos are just like straight from the heart, and this one was the first time.
Like you played it the same way.
Because I stacked it like 6 times, and we did harmonies, and we wanted it to be a moment, and I wanted everything to be like premeditated on this. Like I wanted the guitar to be a voice instead of just a vessel for
release of your emotion. Yeah.
I was inspired by Harrison kind of stuff on this, so it's like. And then we got the walk down. You know?
Something I notice you do that not everyone does is bending with your pinky.
Yeah. My relationship with my pinky is really weird, man, because I never use it, and then in this case I do, like, predominantly. Yeah. I really don't know how to explain it.
I like this one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great riff. If you ever want to, you know. It's fun. There's some nods to Hendrix and Clapton.
Yeah, with the. Or is that what you did? I don't know.
I mean, that's a real Stevie riff right there. Yeah.
That's in Watchtower, though, too.
There's a harmony part.
Nice.
You know.
All right, just want to thank Marcus King again, and obviously Mr. Duck. Mr. Ducky Duck.
Duck, come here.
Such a handsome boy.
Say bye.
Yeah, say bye, Duck.
Bye, Duck.
No, I really appreciate both of you guys coming by, man.
Thanks for having us.
And obviously, Mood Swings. I love all your work. I'm so excited about this album. Thanks. I think it's your best work so far.
Thanks, man.
So check it all out in the link below. Marcus King, everybody. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
Oh, man.